Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be giving my review for the original House on Haunted Hill with Vincent Price.
It sucks. Give it a 0.5.
This is a film I remember starting, but I turned it off. This was back when I wasn't really into the older films. This was years ago. I don't even know, I was probably 16 or so. But I turned it off because it just wasn't my thing at the time. Came back and watched it on streaming service just because we just watched the remake, which I will review in a video. And I thought, you know what, let's watch it, give it a shot, see how different it is from the remake. And while it's similar, it's still very different. They are all invited there for a party. If they stay the night, they get $10,000, I think it was, which I guess would be the equivalent of what they're supposed to get, I guess now. I don't know. I had that transfers from years. But $10,000 if they stay the night. But the original, it's sort of a ghost story, haunted house movie, but it sort of isn't. Because what are you looking for?
I thought there was another movie I had to put on Addison's list.
Oh. I mean, I'm just going to. How can be really? I don't know how it could be spoilers at this point.
Is down here, by the way.
Huh?
Friday is down here.
Friday the 13th?
Yeah.
Okay. When was that brought up?
Down here earlier.
Oh. It's sort of a ghost story, but it's sort of not. Like I said, they're invited over for a party. If they stay, they win $10,000. The house is supposed to be haunted, at least from what's his name? Not Pritchard. Do you remember the guy's name that
Steven?
Huh? Steven.
What are you talking about?
From the remake, the guy that brings him up to the house. What's his character's name? Is it Pritchard or something like that? Is that it?
Yeah.
He believes it. I think that's his name in this one too. I think all the characters have somewhat the same names. At least I think his characters has the same name. But I didn't take full week. We kind of watched them apart, so I can't remember. But his character in this one believes it to be haunted, and he doesn't want to be there. But they end up getting locked in because and it's not because the house locks them in. It's because the maid and the butler locks them in for the night. It's not the house locking them in, like in the remake.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about the remake for a second. I was like,
no. But what stopped me from watching originally was the female maid. When she was moving around, you obviously could tell she was riding on something. Or standing on something that was moving her across the floor. But I guess they were trying to scare. I'm taking it as the maid was trying to scare them to get out of the house with how she was acting. And so the butler kind of did too. He was trying to warn the girl to get out of the house. And then the only other, what you would say, couple of creepy parts or ghostly parts they had was this arm that came around the wall, and then a skeleton scene, and then the supposed ghost of the wife. But by the end of it, you realize it was just all fake. It was part of a show or part of a scheme they had to kill the wife, and the doctor had to kill Vincent Price's character. Other than the skeleton was Vincent Price's way of scaring his wife and the doctor because he knew what was going on the entire time. So really, there was no horror part of it. They never really showed the house being haunted. It was just them. It was the maid and butler scaring them, and then them setting up things to scare the guests and stuff. So, and the way it ended, it sort of felt unfinished. But then as I thought about it more, I was like, well, I guess I could see what they were going for because the only evidence or the one that believed it to be haunted, other than like the maid and butler that bolted early, was Pritchard Climb's character, and so when we end off him saying, that he's next or whatever, it does sort of feel unfinished, but in a way, I get what they were going for. It made him sort of seem like he was just paranoid about the house, and it sort of made it seem like there was nothing haunted about the house with everything that happened throughout the movie. I think acting wise, everybody done pretty well, especially for the time that this was filmed in. The effects were, I mean, the skeleton was really cheesy. That whole scene was very cheesy, very bad, but that was probably the worst scene. I sort of, overlooked how the maid moved this time around, but overall, I gave this film a 4 out of 5. I really enjoyed it, especially just enjoyed it for what it was.
No comment.
She loves the remake. I like the remake. I don't love it. I actually think the effects are worse in the remake than they are in the original.
Oh.
At least at the very end of the remake. But I would definitely. I wish this had a Blu-ray. If I found the DVD cheap, like for a couple of dollars, I'd pick it up. But I'm kind of wanting to hold off for a Blu-ray. I know it had a Blu-ray release in that big Vincent Price set that's I think out of print now. So I'll just have to wait. Maybe Warner Archive or Screen Factory will do a Blu-ray individual release for it, because I haven't seen one for sale. But yeah, 4 out of 5. Enjoyed it a lot more now I'm getting into older movies. So, I think that is everything for this. So please come like, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified for all videos, and we'll see you on the next one.